Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Talisha, also known as CreativiTeeByT, and today I am sharing my most recent make, which is the adadress. So if this is something that you are interested in, please continue to watch. Hello everyone. I hope everyone's week has started off to a great start. I know mine has, and for today's video I am going to be talking all about the adadress, which is the dress that I am wearing. So I will first start off with why I purchased this pattern. This pattern was the monthly pattern to sew for the Sew Your View challenge that Sew Monica puts on every month. And Dewana Chandler, also known as Dewana DIY Patterns on Instagram, is the guest host for this month. Now Dewana launched her new indie pattern company, and this is the first pattern that has been released, and it's called the Adapeplum and Dress pattern. And as you can see, I did pick the dress, and I picked the dress because I wanted to utilize the majority of this fabric as one whole garment. So this dress is described as the Adapeplum and Dress pattern again, and this is an independent pattern or an indie pattern, however you want to call it, so not part of the big four. The pattern cost was $12. That's what I paid for it. And the pattern description is basically a fitted bodice with a peplum and buttons along the sleeves, and you have short and long sleeve variations. And this pattern also features a circle dress with pockets. The Adapeplum and Dress is inspired by the designer's Nigerian culture and her love for unique sleeve details. The word Ada means first daughter in her father's native language, and she loves to honor her father's culture in any way that she can. So that is the history behind the pattern. So the pattern sizing comes in size ranges of number 2 through 28, and the size that I cut was in 18. However, the circle skirt portion turned out to be a really good 18, but the bodice was drafted to be much larger than what an 18 normally is. And I think something erroneous may have happened during the scaling or digitizing of the pattern, and it did cause fitting issues, because if you can see, this is happening right here. So it's like my sleeves are not on my shoulders like they should be. I also had about 2 inches in the back where the zipper is extra on each side. So yeah, I'm not really sure what happened with that, but I did cut the extra fabric that I was able to cut off. I was able to take that off, but I forgot about adjusting the sleeve area. So once I attached the sleeve to the bodice was very just shifty, and it's still shifty. It's not super noticeable from other people, because I did ask if it looked weird, and the answer that I got was no. So I'm happy about that, but it does feel very awkward. I do plan to fix it, and I'm gonna try to put in maybe some back darts or something. I'll figure that out later. I haven't done that yet, because I just want to make sure that whatever I do, it's something that's not going to look weird, and it will still make the dress look good, because I really do love the dress. I love how it turned out, and I love this fabric. I have been saving this fabric for a while, so I just want to be careful with that. But anyway, because I thought that this issue was significant, I did report the issue to the designer, and I am waiting to hear back. And if I hear anything that could be beneficial, I will definitely let anyone know if you send me a message. So it did look like the photo drawing on the pattern, and the instructions were very easy to follow. I thought the instructions were done very well, and the illustrations were done very well. And what I liked about the pattern was that it is a fit and flare style of dress. I like the sleeve details, which are the button plackets here and the buttons. I use smaller buttons because I felt like the plaid within the fabric design was busy, so I didn't want the buttons to be distracting. But this is the placket, so you can open it and see the skin. So it's a real placket. And I like the fact that there are long and short sleeve options, and I like the option of making the button placket functional or non-functional, and mine are non-functional because I didn't feel like I would ever want to open them up. And I also like the lower back line. It's the scooped back line, neckline, so I really like that. And the pockets, of course. So the fabric that I use is a fabric that I purchased back in like 2017 or 18. But like I said, I have been waiting to use this fabric, and I'm not 100% sure like what it is because I did not label it once I had put it up, and that was when I really first started sewing garments. But it feels like a cotton wool blend. It will work very nice for blazers and everything, but I thought this would work as well. The only pattern alterations that I made with this dress is with how you hem it. So the designer gives instructions on how to do the hem by adding a basting stitch to pull the fabric in easier, so that when you're hemming the circle part of the skirt, it's not like clumping up together. But I didn't do that. I just serged the edges and folded it over twice, and it worked out really well. I didn't have any clumps or anything, so that was really good. No issues at all. And if I were to suggest anything with this pattern as far as changing it, I would just recommend adding a few inches to the skirt if you are tall, or if you have a larger bust like me that causes the dress to be lifted up higher, which ultimately will make it a shorter dress. And if you have a larger butt that, you know, the fabric will need to go over, because it will cause lifting in the back as well. So I would just, like I said, add a few inches and you'll be okay. And would I sew this dress again? I would definitely use the sleeve pattern because I think it's absolutely super duper unique and chic, and I mean I love the sleeve detail. And I would sew this again, but I would have to figure out what happened to my bodice pattern pieces, and that's including the neck facings for the front and back as well, because they matched up with this larger size. And I'm not a fan of making alterations to the size of a whole pattern piece or anything like that. I'm not going to try to figure that out on my own. So once I get an update and maybe figure out what's going on, yes, I would definitely make it again, but not as is, because like I said, I'm not here for pattern drafting. That's not my thing as of right now. You never know in the future, but right now that's no. So I did not do anything special outside of what the pattern suggested in this pattern. I think the sleeve detail was good enough, and that's what I went with. And would I recommend this pattern to others? Absolutely. It is a simple sew, and the sleeve details are super fun. So I will go ahead and enter a clip and a few pictures so you can see the dress in full effect. Well, that is it for my overview on the adadress. I hope that you found this information helpful or interesting, and if you did, please don't forget to click the like button. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have not done so already, I personally invite you to subscribe to my channel. If you have already been subscribed, I thank you for sticking with me and for continuing to come back, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.